Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got...
Kyle McIntyre. Dude, I was taking a gulp of this shit. I was drinking some water.
Yeah.
Can't you tell you have video?
I was looking at a different screen.
God.
I was looking at my Pro Tools session. I'm like, did I clip
man.
that? My, hey, welcome to Tone Jerks podcast.
trying to fucking have a refreshing beverage, man.
Can I have a drink, please? What kind of working conditions are these?
Yeah, exactly. Do I need to call OSHA? Gosh.
Oh,
yeah, it's Kyle McIntyre. I'm here. What's up?
And I'm drinking on the job. I'm fired.
Yeah, exactly. I'm toast.
You're fired, pal. Sorry. You're done. Get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, what's shaking? What's grooving? What is good?
Oh, thanks for asking. I got... Can't even get that laugh. It's so disingenuous. Oh, well,
thank you so much for asking me.
Thanks, sport. Thank you.
Thanks, kiddo.
So my wife's in town, so it's nice having her here. She's been here for just a couple days.
She's like, what the fuck? It's like it's a bachelor pad over here.
I know.
Lawn furniture in the house.
I need it's true. I need someone to clean the shitters.
No. See, the I don't know, like some decor touches probably.
Yeah. This house needs a woman's touch.
Yeah.
Super sexist and just insensitive. Thank God you're here. You have a lot of work to do.
Computer is the only, or your computer room is the only one that actually has like any thought put into like the decor. You're like, okay, I have my amp rack or my pedal rack here because I need to have the pedals on there. I have my desk here and I have my monitor. That's it. Anyways, and then my gun sync.
All set up. Yeah, all set up. And you walk in the rest of the house like, Jesus Christ, it's a disaster.
But that's cool. You said, she came in on pretty much Sunday morning, early Sunday morning.
Yeah, so she flew in at like 11:59 on Saturday night.
Yeah,
so it's like an hour drive. Had to drive there, and then dude, we hit Waffle House on the way back.
That early?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Or that late?
Yeah, Sunday morning, basically.
Mm-hmm.
They're open 24.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, did you stop in, get a bite?
What'd you get?
Fucking great.
Chicken fried steak?
I don't think they have chicken fried steak.
What?
They have a very limited menu.
Yeah, I've never been to a Waffle House. I just assume if you go into a diner kind of thing, chicken fried steak is
it's still like
move.
fast. It's like short order stuff.
Okay.
So that's kind of fancy.
So you got waffles.
Think about it.
You got your eggs.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff like that.
I got the All-Star.
Uh-huh.
It's like the
Grand Slam.
All-Star meal or whatever. No, it's not Grand Slam. Whoa.
It's like a Grand Slam.
Yeah,
pretty much. Like, okay, so what? Pancakes, a sausage, and bacon? Yeah. So not like a Grand Slam at all.
It was a waffle, okay, first of all.
Uh-huh.
One waffle. Don't get two.
Don't get greedy.
One waffle, grits, eggs, and then like sausage, and then toast. 4 slices of toast for some reason.
That's a shitload of toast.
It's like, oh, sorry, it's 2 slices of toast.
Oh, okay.
No, was it? I'm trying to think, were they quarter or half?
Just take Gary's toast. I'm like, man, they gave me so much toast. I'm like, yeah, those are for mine. Man, they gave me like 2 plates of stuff. Damn. Okay. And so you
what'd you get?
Put it all into one. So what'd you get? She's like, coffee, I guess.
So I got, I think that's what I got. Just nothing crazy. They have like not weird, but they have like bowls. You get like grits with whatever you want on it, basically. That's where they. Have you ever had grits before?
No, isn't it like is it corn? Right?
Yeah, it's like cornmeal.
Got it. Okay.
Pretty sure. Dude, I love it.
Never had grits before. You don't have instant grits. Who was it from? I just only know it from like my cousin Vinny.
Oh yeah.
No self-respecting Southerner has instant grits.
It is definitely a Southern thing though.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, shrimp and grits. You ever had that before?
Well, since I've never had grits. Let me think. No.
You have grits and eggs?
You get this on for 10 minutes. Let's pad the episode with asking about everything with grits.
Was this a Forrest Gump?
Yeah, instead of shrimp,
adaptation. Yeah. Yeah, so good. The waffle. I've gotten waffles there before, but I've always they always ask me, what do you want to add on your waffle? And I'll get well, I'll do the
boysenberry.
Peanut butter waffle or whatever. It's literally like peanut butter chips on a waffle. I'm like, that was over. That was dessert, you know? Waffles are already pushing it for what is breakfast.
Syrup.
And this was
boysenberry? Well, that was Train, right?
Train loves boysenberry. Yeah.
It's he's gonna get syrup. What kind of syrup do you have? Do you have boysenberry? It's who the fuck has? What is boysenberry?
Yeah. I think IHOP has that. They have the tray of syrups from around the world.
Yeah.
That's just from the Midwest. Let's be honest.
Well, and my whole thing with that, and I kind of think it's hello, it's 2021. Can we have girls and berry, please?
Shut the fuck up. Damn, how long have you been pocketing that one?
I was while you were talking, I'm like, oh, wait for a break so I can say this. I'm like, boom, God.
You write it out. How can I turn this into a joke? Oh, bingo.
And I just think Gibson. I mean, get with the fucking times. Gib daughter, please. Hello.
Can we talk about that, please?
That was an old one. I think I've said that before.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you. Fender? How about fend him? You know what I'm saying? Got it. Still got it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right. So, anyways, Waffle House, dude. You got to hit it. See, you don't have them in San Diego.
Move.
That's why I moved, dude.
You're right. You should move.
I don't even have it in my county, in my city, nowhere near. I got to drive 60 miles to one.
It's totally not worth it.
Yeah, that's not the reason why I moved.
I know. Yeah, I know.
But anyways, dude, that waffle is amazing. Just butter on with syrup, dude. Amazing.
Yeah.
That was it. I mean, that's Waffle House. You should definitely.
All right, boys and girls. That's Waffle House, folks.
Boys and girls and berries. Yeah, I guess that was one night. So we got a call from our insurance provider that said that we had to trim the trees around the house and submit photos or whatever that they were clearance of the roofs and all this stuff and around the outbuildings. This is really boring, by the way.
Yeah,
get ready for it. Yeah, you buckled in your fucking rip off DX Racer chair there.
That's a real one.
No, that one says Dick's Racer. DIX. You look back your chair. Son of a bitch, you got me.
Oh, damn it, he's right.
Yeah. And I took white out and I wrote it last time I was there. Just ruined your fucking chair.
That's pretty good.
Yes, I did some tree trimming in order to make sure. And I've talked about tree trimming before, but man, I went to fucking town, dude.
There's no goddamn leaves on this place.
No, there's leaves on the house.
These trees are
But these
dead.
trees do not touch the fucking roof anymore. So I had they were touching the shingles, and when we got the home inspection, he said that in the wind, it kind of ruins the shingles a little bit, can destroy them. So it makes sense to not only handle this part of it, but if a tree falls or if there's a fire from the tree, it stays off the house kind of situation. But yeah, dude, I have a little electric chainsaw, so I was going to fucking town, just plugged in, just whee.
Yeah,
the
electric one.
Yeah, it doesn't make any cool noises.
You're Kyle Voorhees over there. You put
Yeah,
on your hockey mask. Not intimidating at all.
This fucking thing. Every time it let's say I was cut into a branch or something thick, it would the tension on the branch would pinch the bar and it would cause the chain to fall off. So I'm like, fuck. So I had to push the tree branch back up with my hands and pull the chainsaw out, and then put it all back together.
You had to pre-break it. You had to get a handsaw and cut like a starter.
Yeah, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I figured out what was going on. It was pinching it, and it's it's not like it's meant to fit on a pole, but you can take it off the pole and use it by hand, just like with two hands, and just kind of work with it. And kind of figured that out and figured out how it runs, and I put oil in it. I didn't have any oil in it too. It's supposed to have oil to lubricate it still, and that's probably one of the problems. And I was like, it'll be fine. I'm just doing. When I first started using it, I was doing really small branches. Yeah, we're going in dry.
We're too silly on this one. You're getting in trouble for this one.
So, that was the house. I got that one. That one wasn't too bad, dude. Cutting these things and then dragging them across my property sucks. It's like hot, and I'm like sweating. I'm like, fuck this. Why did I ever move out here? This is stupid.
You just get back in your car and drive back to San Diego. Like, I'm home.
My wife still. She just flew out here. Yeah, I didn't like all that shit anyway. So dumb.
I'm going to Shaboom.
Pretty much, just give up. So I have
just the local watering hole. You got to find a spot just to go there and just like, I heard this.
I heard this. Some assholes chopping down trees, giving up on life.
Give me a Bud Light.
Yeah. Some asshole 1 month into home ownership. So I have an outbuilding, and I had 3 trees around it, and the stipulation I had the tree branches basically had to be 2 feet away, and it couldn't be it had to be 2 feet from the edge and 2 feet from the roof. So like where the roof meets. So I had 3 trees that were growing straight up past that, so I had to just cut them all down.
Yeah.
So I was kind of went lumberjack on these things and just like, cut them and trimmed them up, and then dragged all the shit. I had this huge pile of like dead trees now on the side of my house, just waiting for. There's like a pickup it's like a mystery when they're gonna come get it. I've had branches out for like a month now, and no one's come by. And so the whole neighborhood has like piles of brush, and it just looks like, I don't know, it's just gonna stay there forever.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, everyone thought the guy was coming or whatever, the service that comes by, and no one.
It's just like a gag. It's like, we
got everyone to trim up their yards, and then joke's on them.
The old bait and switch.
Yeah, what does that prove?
They did work and they have it ready. You drop a match. It's the insurance companies.
Yeah.
Burning down your house so they have to pay you.
Yeah.
They're like, we didn't think it this far through. But shit.
We're bankrupt. We can't afford all these houses. Sorry. Bye. It was great while it lasted.
Closed for business. They shut a door now.
Like a shutter, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's really all I've been doing. I mean, you got the kittens. I mean, I know some people want some updates on the cats.
Yeah.
I mean,
did you ever get back from whether they have worms or not?
No, they never got back to me. I gotta hit them up.
Like,
I gotta hit them up.
What is up with these? You like, what is up with these things? You're holding them both in your one hand. What's up with these things?
They're just terrified. Yeah, dude. They have these cats are fucking spoiled, man.
Yeah,
they meow all the time when they want to eat. Dude, I have those cats I found out under my shed out there. They don't meow at all, but I still give them food.
Yeah,
I don't hear them meowing at all. If they were, they'd probably get eaten by something else. But
yeah. So they're in this fucking house with AC, and they have like,
that's so good.
They have each other to fuck up. I mean, they are just set.
They are going at each other in the Thunderdome every day.
Yeah,
dude. They are spoiled. We got more toys too.
Mhm.
got a laser, dude.
Yeah, they like it.
Got like laser pointer, dude. They go crazy over it.
Yeah, that's the move.
Even that's tire them out. Boom, go back to bed. Stop meowing. No food for you. Just get distracted. Dude,
Yeah, you were so stupid that you didn't get to eat. Boom. You're trying to teach him a lesson. Like, you're just an asshole.
We're trying to see how much they can eat, I guess, before they start puking. I don't know. Because one of them will eat like more than the other and way faster. So, the girl, Phoebe, she'll finish her meal and then move on to the other one while the other one's still eating. I'm like, wait a minute, why don't you chill out?
What chill out, you fat bitch?
Yeah. Well, they have big bellies. I think probably from whatever worms probably they have or whatever. I don't know. That's what the doctor said.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice if they call me back, but
I gotta hit him up.
I gotta hit him up. I paid for them to take the shit sample. Yeah, and you know what? Fuck, man. That's really it for my what's new. That's a stretch, but cats are doing great.
Yeah.
So,
let's see.
What you got?
Let's see. I did get from Brian and Adam. I got a $50 gift card for my birthday. So I guess it was a belated.
Yeah. So, I had to look at my calendar. I'm like, what? What month is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Like, that's way off.
I guess Adam just kept forgetting to give it to whatever. But $50 gift card or whatever certificate to Pitbull Audio. So that's a really cool shop in San Diego. I don't go there. I don't really go. I mean, have a need to go to guitar stores really. But as opposed to like going to a Guitar Center, it's probably a better option. If you're gonna buy strings and shit like that. Which I went there, was checking out the gear that they have, and they have like tons of cool boutique gear. They have like Balaguer guitars. They have Mayonnaise, and I think we've talked about it before. And they tons
have
of
they have stuff like that.
Yeah, tons of boutique pedals as well. So Copper Sound pedals there too, which is cool to just see them at a shop. And then amps and everything as well. They have the Milkman stuff. And then the guys there are super nice because they're like, "You want to play anything?" I'm like, "I'm definitely not buying anything." And then he's like, "Well, you can still try something." I'm like, "No, I'll just look around, kind of poke around." And they're like, "Okay." But yeah, I mean,
I said no.
I don't want to play.
No means no.
Yeah, I don't want to play your bullshit. No, it's like they have Mason boogies and stuff
strangers.
Like that. Yeah. I don't talk to strangers.
I only give myself strangers.
I only give myself. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So it was kind of boring, but just spent $50 on guitar strings because
all right, they're necessary.
Yeah, and I'm thinking I was kind of looking at some pedals. I'm like, oh, maybe I could put it towards a pedal and then pay the rest, Yeah. And I'm like, why? You don't need anything.
Yeah.
I don't not a damn thing.
You're no fun, Brian.
I know.
You stick in the mud.
I kind of am looking at getting a mini tremolo because I have that mini board,
Yeah.
And I threw the Mr. Black, is it Supermoon pedal on there? The reverb. It's kind of more of like a bigger modulated kind of reverb. And it's not as useful to me in the music that I write as a tremolo would be.
Yeah.
Do I need to add one to a board that I'm not really even going to use? No.
Be fun. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly. That's why I'm kind of keeping an eye out for mini tremolos. And so I'm kind of looking at maybe the JHS one.
Okay.
Tidewater, I think.
And you don't want to have one that is the same brand that you already have, right?
Yeah.
Right? Is that kind of how you because Mr. Black makes one. Mr. Black makes a tremolo.
Oh, I guess I could because I would take off that Mr. Black and replace it with one. Okay, that's one I could look at.
There's Ibanez. Ibanez makes a little mini, but if you're gonna have your little tube screamer,
one is not on this board at the moment.
Okay,
it is my drive section is the Sir Riot and the mini Snouse black box.
What about your mini delay?
That one. So if you look at my board, you had said my my rule there that I generally don't like to have the same pedal company repeated on a board, but this one I am because I couldn't help myself. It was there. I had to do it. I had to do it to them. I have the MXR Phase 95, the mini one, and of course the Carbon Copy Mini.
That's right. You got your mini delay.
The Tone Jerk signature pedal.
Yeah, Tone Jerk signature.
It was our idea.
Royalties are rolling in. We are rolling in it.
Yeah. Just free pick each.
Yes.
It wasn't even from that. Just at NAMM 2 years ago.
As a breathing human being, you could take one.
You get one pick.
No, sir, do you have a heartbeat? I believe I do. Here you go.
Here you go. One.
You use it wisely.
This is just a used orange Tortex. Get out. Get the fuck out of it. You can barely even see the turtle on there.
Yeah, we got one that's awake. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. He's disrupting
you're thinking
the whole
about
thing.
You're thinking about the JHS, the Tidewater?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I guess I could look at the Mr. Black ones. But anyway, so
not a bad price.
Not
a bad price. Just saying.
You like fuck JHS?
Hey, whoa, yeah.
I didn't say it, but yeah.
JHS just good for storing, storing things.
The loads. So anyway, so I bought, I think it was 6 packs of guitar strings and a pack of bass strings, and I only ended up paying like an extra $5 or $4 or whatever. And I'm like,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, because I think they were ringing me up. I'm like, wow, that's actually a really good deal. Because even they work there, and they're like, oh, I guess there's a price break for buying 6. And I just bought the Ernie Ball regular strings because I'm like, all right, might start going back to standard tuning, and then just toying with just a standard set. Because I think I'm doing 10 to 52s in drop or D sharp standard or E flat. So it's a half step down. So I'm all right. So I might toy around with string gauges, but also keeping a couple of those regular Ernie Ball slinkies in my bass case, or like the little mic box that I take to shows for Adam, basically. And he's keeping more because we had that band practice where he broke a string. It's like, fuck. Yeah. Because he's even like, I keep one in my glove box now. I keep one in my guitar case. I keep one, because it's just like
my back pocket the whole time.
Yeah. I keep one in my wallet.
Be careful! Don't put it in your wallet. Sometimes you can get a little hole in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Too much friction.
It's not good for anybody at that point.
Yeah. Exactly. But so yeah, I'm just like, it's good to have those. So. And I haven't played like just 10 to 46 in a long time. So, but having those as a backup too for Adam is good. And then, so even they were like, well, that's actually a pretty good deal. Shit. Okay. Man, maybe I should buy some strings. And I kind of cleaned them out of like the regulars. And they're like, The other guy was like, I should probably buy some strings. And there was a couple other people there. It's like, yeah, that's not a bad idea because you're always going to need them. It's not like they're going to go bad. But yeah, I just didn't feel like I wanted to play all the amps and shit like that because I already knew that I wasn't going to buy it.
Yeah.
And I think they knew that I had just the gift certificate for $50. And then I'm like,
so you just bought Adam a bunch of strings just now.
Kinda.
Good.
But
good.
It's for the kitty.
It's for the band.
It's for the pot. Everybody's if Brian needed some strings, he could. For your drums, snare wire maybe.
Snare wire. It
does not work like that.
Does nothing.
Yeah. But it was like kind of reminded me of like I think you said it once. It's like just going around, just fucking around the guitar store. It's not like McDonald's play place. You shouldn't just be going around just like, let me play all the expensive guitars and amps that you're not gonna buy. And I'm like, I got shit to do anyways. So, so that was good. Going to see that, going to that shop is always fun. I did sell something that I really easily that I thought would just be anyway. I'm building it up. So, a very niche product that I listed on Reverb because kind of don't need it anymore. I bought a custom cable loom from BTPA Besttronics specifically for my FX8 from Fractal to use in 4-cable method with my rock reverb or even my JCM 900. So you can run 4-cable method is you're basically going guitar into the input of your effects or whatever, and then it's going out to the front of the amp, but then there's also a send and return that you're doing your effects loop basically. So there's 4 cables involved. And then this one I added, so it's like there's 3 cables pretty much in the loom, and then I added another one for channel switching from my FX8, because you could assign different presets to change the channels of your amp if you wanted to go clean to dirty, which I never did. It was just...
This is a custom thing.
Custom thing, 100% to me. And they have the different ends of the Fractal kind of help with hum, which they have hum buster cables. They're called hum busters.
What did you say?
Yeah.
I'm busting my hum.
The hum is busted.
Consider that hum busted.
Busted alert.
What's that B-52's? Wait, the tin roof. Rusted, but,
Yeah.
Busted.
Bust.
There you go.
So the hum buster cables, they help, with the hum, reduce it. So, anyways.
Lower the quantity of the hum?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The hum's got to go somewhere. Where's it going?
Yeah. Yeah. Better out than in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, keep
just drenched in hum.
60-liter hum.
That's a lot. It's got to go somewhere. So, anyways, custom cable, loom, and all the things for my rig, which, I sold my FX8 last year during quarantine, and then I haven't looked back on it because I'm kind of mainly going the full amp modeling route. I have my amps are gonna just be my amps, and I'm not gigging with them anyways. I'm not gigging with anything, right? So, so it's cool. I had them custom, right angles that I wanted to go out from the board because I knew that's how I wanted them, and then straight going into the amp. I knew how they were set up. My amp, what it was like, everything was custom made. Brad at BTPA, shout out. He does a great job, and he can really walk you through the process to make a custom rig. Whether he's making rigs for big ass fucking bands, and or me. Like it doesn't matter. It's like we'll
hit him up if you want some custom shit. Mm-hmm. Also,
awesome, yeah, great stuff. And so
what I was gonna say is that you originally had this set up for your JCM 900. Or sorry,
the rock reverb or JCM. It's kind of the same method deal. With the effects.
I just remember you had them color coordinated.
Yeah. And so I had the color coded with the nuts or whatever those are on
for that hum.
Yeah, on the FX8 and then on the amps. So you can go in, you can see
hum buster.
The red is the send, blue return, green was the amp input, and then the yellow was the foot switch, and they were color coded cables too. So he even went custom to do that. It was awesome.
Interesting.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And it was with the Tech Flex loom. And I was like, this is so awesome. But I don't ever see myself using it again.
Yeah.
And if I did go back to an FX8, then I'll get one then. And the thing is, I actually do have one that I compiled and made myself a loom from BTPA cables that's 30 foot. So I still have, I have two. I had two. So anyways, I listed it on Reverb just as like, I don't know, put it on there and see if it sells. And I even said, I listed all the features of it. I'm like, I understand this is super, super niche. So if it sells, I don't know, maybe you want this. And I sold it within a couple days. And, which is weird. I'm like, why do other things that are not super niche don't sell? And this was like, you had to search for it. You had to search BTPA, Bestronix, FX8, 4C. Anyway, so it's sold, and for my asking price, no leeway there. And then so I'm gonna ship that out tomorrow. And it's funny because it's actually going to Marble Falls, Texas. It's where you moved.
It's like a mile away from my house.
It's super weird. I'm like, anywhere in Texas, and I had to go there. I'm like, not that. I'm like, it's not like, whoa. I'm like, and I was just like, okay, that was kind of random. It wasn't that funny, but hey,
all the gin joints and
yeah, and so it's cool because I get about $120 for that thing. I honestly tried to search my invoice of how much I paid for it, but I'm like, I don't remember. It probably could have been probably more than that. Definitely
would assume.
And so I just said, fuck, $120, and then plus shipping. I'm like, if somebody wants like to lower that or whatever, I'm like, I'm not gonna use the fucking thing, so fucking sell it. Not that it takes up a lot of space, but what am I gonna do with it anyway? So that was one thing that I sold, and I bought something else this weekend that pretty much even Steven washes. It is a pair of used boots. Some used Red Wing Iron Rangers, the Amber Iron Rangers. I saw them on OfferUp for $100. These boots, I think Kyle's talked about them before. He's bought and used boots before, and I don't see a problem with that. I don't know if I did talk about it on my other podcast with Andrew, but I figured fuck it, I'm gonna mention it again because I'm stoked on it. The Amber Iron Rangers. I don't know. You don't have a problem buying used boots, right? Or used
shoes, shoes, dude. And I wear the shit out of my shoes, dude.
Boots. Said it, and some people are like, oh, used shoes. You don't wear feet. We don't know where those have been. Would you buy used underwear? I'm like, it's a completely different thing. Completely different, in my opinion. And these aren't like shit shoes either. They're like, I don't know, $300 boots.
Yeah, $320.
All right.
Okay. Try actually $330. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so try that.
They're
plus tax. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, whatever you want to say, I don't know. I kind of like the idea that it's like made in USA boot. You can replace the sole, and it's they're all leather. And I'm like, yeah, these are the solid boots that people try to. It's like you see the Thursday boots or whatever. They're trying to say.
I see those all the time on Instagram.
The heritage boots of your father. I'm like, you mean the Red Wings is what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
They're not going to say like these were pretty much ripping off Red Wings.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Those boots are still around. They're not just like of yesteryear.
Yeah.
They're not just they still make them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am stoked because these are kind of the ones that I was like toying with getting instead of the black Iron Ranger. So I already own a pair of Iron Ranger boots, and I love them. They're great. They're the black ones, so they're black. Just kind of played it safe, and because the black boots will go with everything. Even if you're wearing black jeans, anything, it'll go with it. So I'm like, the amber ones look cooler, I think. And Johnny has a pair of them, or he's got the blacksmith amber ones. And he's been wearing the shit out of them for like a year and a half or whatever. And he's like beating the shit out of them because he wears them every day. He's like, they look good. They look good. He's like, I'm just wearing the shit out of them. I'm in a Facebook group, or not Facebook, Reddit group, or a subreddit. That's what it's called. For Red Wings, and there's definitely a split of people that are very much like guitar players. It's like I want my boots to look pristine because I understand they paid $300 for them, but then some people it's like they're fucking boots. You're supposed to wear them. It's like I got a little crease in it. Is that normal? I'm like, yes, they're fucking boots. How do I get rid of that? I'm like, don't wear them. I clean them every single day, and I gotta, polish them up every week. I'm like, what are you in the military? Yeah. But
no, I like it when they look a little used, and you can still take care of them still.
Yeah,
you're never gonna get them to look exactly, perfect unless you're just not wearing them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
like they make like covers for your boots, like for motorcycle riders, like so you don't scratch it on like the clutch when you're shifting up and down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I mean, I get that too, but like, why?
That's the wear and like that. They're shoes.
Yeah, they're meant to do that.
I think there's
meant to
a difference between like beat up old like sneakers with like grass stains and shit like that on them.
Yeah,
and boots. I think boots can kind of look better, the more worn in they are. But anyways, I got
Yeah.
these, and they're my exact size, and the ones that I looked at, I'm like, there's got to be a catch. And I'm like, because I've seen on OfferUp before these same ones, and for $100, and the person just never replied. So I'm like,
I've had that too.
I want to give you money. I want to give you the money that you asked for.
Let's talk about OfferUp, though. OfferUp is bullshit in that aspect where you could have a post up for years.
Yeah.
For multiple years and does not clear it.
Well, you have because you have to go in there and actually like do the work to like take it down.
Yeah, it should be timed out though. It should be like timed out after like 3 months, or even like a week.
I don't agree with that. But you should have.
Oh, okay.
I mean, or maybe
it should ask you if you still want to keep it listed.
Yeah,
you know, either from the app or an email or something.
Yeah, I think eBay they only list things or if you do the buy it now thing, it can be listed forever, right?
I think so. Yeah, if it's like multiples, but they still want to know what your inventory is. So when you sell out, you're sold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's say you have, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I've had things for sale for a long time on both OfferUp and Reverb.
Yeah,
I mean, it was for months. I think that AD30 took forever to sell. I think I sold it on Craigslist. But that one took, I mean, probably, I guess in my head it felt like forever. It's like, I probably had it for like 4 or 5 months maybe.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've had, I see things that are up there for a really long time. I'm like, there's,
Dude, I've looked at stuff, I'm cutting you off here, but like, I'm looking at trucks, and I'm like, oh shit, that truck's good price. It looks like it's in good condition. I'm looking through, I'm like, let me just check when this was posted. Fucking 3 years ago. What the hell?
There's no way that is still around. Okay, that's egregious.
3 fucking years.
3 fucking years.
3 fucking years.
For like 3 months, I don't think that's a problem. But 3 years, yes. So there has to be something with it, or it's like, I'm like, okay, this account is dead. Like, do something about it.
Yeah.
Take it off. But I mean, the original one that I saw back maybe like in August or whatever, that person never replied. They're still up. And then I saw this one. I'm like, I double checked. I'm like, oh, is it the same fucking account that just reposted these? And I'm like, what would be the point? But still, I'm like, oh no, it's a totally different guy. So I hit him up and he responded like that evening. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm late to reply. I'm like, it's only been an hour, but I appreciate you the gumption, you know?
It's like, yeah, you're right. You're taking forever.
But yeah, I met him up. It was easy. $100. That boom, bingo, bango. And so I guess this cable loom that I sell is going to basically pay for that. So I don't know. Did I need these things? Absolutely not. Am I stoked? Yes, because now I have a pair of black boots and a pair of, amber brown boots.
Now I'm going to wait outside that dude's house and wait for that loom to ship. I'm going to steal it.
Yeah.
I know exactly what it is. I don't need it at all.
You're like, I wouldn't.
That's mine.
You stole this from my friend. It's like, actually, I paid him
and
for
you
it.
gave him. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I know. Oh, go ahead.
Because all your boots are black, right?
Yeah, I have all black.
And then you have like
I'd love to have.
You have a shitload of Iron Rangers, or a shitload of Red Wings.
Yeah, I have. I think like 6 or 7. Probably more. I think like 7 or 8 pairs.
And some of those are for work, right?
Yeah, 2 of them are for work. So, let's see. I have Iron Rangers. I have a set, like the $30 ones, like the dress shoes. They're still steel toe, which is sick. I have 2 sets of work boots. One really comfortable. Other one's really comfortable, but not slip resistant, so I don't wear them. And then the loggers. And then I have.
Are those comfortable?
They are. They are really comfortable.
Those are big ass boots, right? Those are the ones that are like the Frankenstein boots.
Yeah, they put me like probably 1.5 inches taller than what I'm at now.
I think we already made that joke, but you could dunk with those.
I don't think so. Like, you have no spring in your your ankles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have another set too.
Because
I can't remember.
Iron Rangers, you have the same ones as me, right? The black ones.
Yeah.
Fucking
black.
Fucking copycat.
Yeah, mine are 12s.
I hate copycats.
Mine are bigger, so they're better.
They're size 12s.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine are 9.5. Little guys.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. You're like below average. Like its average is like 10.5.
Well, I mean, it's like a size, half size down. So I'm like 10 usually. I'm walking around basically on like toothpicks.
Yeah. Did they bind your feet when you were a child?
Yeah.
They bad. This is so gross. Now, Brian, we want you to be able to fit in any shoe that you want. We're gonna wrap these. We want petite feet. Well, hey, before we go on to top, I don't know, were you done? First of all, were you done with your what's new?
Well, I guess I was going to talk more about boots.
Okay, which we can, but I want to talk about these mini pedals from Ibanez.
Okay.
Would you ever do like a full Ibanez board? We've probably talked about it.
Well, because they have the flanger, right? And then they have a chorus.
They have
and a fuzz.
The mini tube screamer.
Yeah.
They have a chorus. They have the delay, the tremolo. They have a fuzz, a phaser.
They have a phaser?
Yes.
Okay.
Super metal mini.
Mm-hmm.
They have a flanger. They have a booster, and they have a tuner.
They have a what? I guess I didn't know they had a booster or a tuner. Yeah. And do they have? Okay, yeah, because I have the AD Mini, which is the analog delay Mini. That's great.
Yep.
It's actually a really great sounding pedal. Not as good as the carbon copy, let me tell you. But hey, it's pretty good.
Still
pretty
good. It'll get you there.
The Tube Screamer Mini is rad. It's Tube Screamer. What the fuck? I mean, it's exactly what it says on the box.
Did I mod yours? What did I mod yours doing? Would I change the LED on it?
Yeah. Okay. And I think you melted one of the knobs.
Oh, that's right. Fuck yeah. Oh, that's right. Damn it.
Because I think you didn't you're like, oh shit,
I touched it with the
soldering iron. Like, fuck.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Damn it.
But because I did want the LEDs.
Gives a character.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the red.
Anytime you fuck up someone else's shit. Gives a character.
Yeah.
Good.
I do want to get better at fixing guitars and stuff like that. And it kind of was like, oh man, maybe because I could start doing it for friends. I'm like, but just that would give me a fucking heart attack if you fucked up somebody else's guitar.
And I would.
Yeah,
I would do that.
You scratch it up or you fuck up wiring or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of. Anyway, but I'm like,
you're talking about the Tube Screamer.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great one, and I think I just had you change the LED to green.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. You couldn't think of anything else. But I love it because it's brighter for one, and then it's green. And then the analog delay, it's brighter and it's pink because it's a pink pedal. But I really dig those. So I wonder, because I do, the tremolo, and I wonder I bet they're good. I bet they're all good.
Yeah.
Probably minus the metal one.
Yeah.
But I mean,
need the metal one.
I bet you could get away with like a whole board of just that.
You might as well just have it on there. Let's see, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pedals.
You have 10? Wait, you already said it and took up the time. One more time. They have a phaser.
Yes.
They have the chorus. They have the flanger. Yes. They have the Tube Screamer. Delay. Tremolo.
Yes.
Tuner.
Yes.
Metal.
Yes.
And then booster.
Yes.
And then what else?
Did you already say tuner?
Yeah.
Are you counting?
Yeah, I have 9.
I'm looking at the screen here. Let's see, one more time. Tube Screamer, chorus. Well, I was moving. I'm having to scroll back and forth on something.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Give me a fucking break.
There's a fuzz. Did you say a fuzz? I don't think you said a fuzz.
Oh, maybe. Because that was one of the first ones that came
really
out.
good for really good podcast.
Yeah.
Material. So Tube Screamer, I'm counting 2. Tube Screamer, chorus.
You're so stupid.
God damn it. Tube Screamer, chorus, delay, tuner, trem, fuzz, phaser, super metal, flanger, booster.
Okay, that is 10. That'd be cool. It's just missing a reverb.
Yeah,
But-
that's true.
Yeah. If I really liked flanger, that probably would be a good way to go. But also, Mr. Black has a bunch of mini pedals too, which I was looking at their chorus. It's cool because it has a dry knob.
I'm all dry. After that JHS pedal we've always talking about.
I'm bone dry.
Dang.
Anyway, but yeah,
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I probably won't, but I want to just buy all of them. I'm like, dude, I could make a MIDI board out of all these. I'm like, but I don't need to at all.
I think
at all.
Dunlop MXR is definitely getting that way of doing mini pedals. So I could see them doing more. I could see them doing maybe like their reverb in a mini pedal. So not all 6 ones.
Can't be done.
You probably just pick one of them and do it.
Yeah.
Or no, I mean one of the ones that is probably one of the boring ones to go with is
boring.
TC Electronic.
Yeah.
They do all the mini versions of their pedals. Those are great. The Flashback's good. The Hall of Fame is good.
Yeah, what series? What's the line of those? I guess, do they call them something?
What's that fucking technology where you can beam it from your phone?
Sound something or
tone. Fuck. People are just yelling at their fucking.
Shut the fuck up!
Are you gonna fucking read the Ibanez names again, you pieces of shit?
Could you cover that one more time, please? We weren't listening. Just kidding. That's all we were doing.
That honestly was not a bit. That's Kyle and I trying to figure out if there are 10. And he's looking, and we're both counting with our fingers.
I'm looking at it, and I just can't count.
I need a fucking like abacus. I'm like, whoa, fucking! If you moved over the beads.
Damn. Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out.
But
I forget the name of it. But yeah.
So
so you could play something through your pickups, right? And it would select a different setting or
so you can
internal settings, right?
So you can do like presets on your phone that you find, and then you can beam them basically through the pickup to the pedal.
You sound like such an idiot. Beam them using sound
for a second
waves?
I thought I forgot I was on camera, so my hand motions were like, you take it and you beam it to the that's what you do. I'm like, no, but that's really what you did. You found the preset and the sound that you wanted.
Tone print.
There you go.
God.
Tone stamp.
we can end this one now.
Yeah. Man,
we accomplished so much.
On all
we
cylinders.
counted all the Ibanez mini pedals.
And then we remembered what that app was called.
I didn't even remember it.
You had to
I found it on Reverb. I scrolled through 80 images of the Flashback Mini, and one of them had tone print listed in it. God.
That was a good one. I liked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could do a bunch of mini pedals with that, but they didn't have a drive.
Oh, really? In the mini.
I said that so definitively. I bet they do have a drive.
I should have said, oh, really?
Yeah.
As I'm typing
there's the
in.
Mojo from TC Electronic that's in the bigger series. Then I know they like it over there at the Fret Talk podcast, Budget Pedal Chap. That's one of his favorite drives. And
they have the Spark. They have the Spark Mini. Okay,
was a Boost.
Yeah, well, they listed it as a overdrive in here, so I am gonna just default to Reverb because they know everything.
They know so much about pedals. They made a movie about it. Remember that?
Yeah. Flash in the pan.
Yeah, I don't.
Damn.
Anyway,
very good.
But yeah, that's along what's new. Got my new
this
boots.
Is gonna edge Titanic out of the top. Titanic the movie. It's gonna edge it out of the top slot.
Oh yeah.
With how many views we get on this shit.
All right, let's go into a topic. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is one I was thinking about, and I think we've kind of like texted back and forth different variations of this. Bang, Marry, Kill. Mainstream, like radio punk. And I say, we're still not doing video yet, but it's punk. So as people say, that's not punk. Yes, we all know. So it's like, think of that shit that's like played on the radio, big, arena type bands and shit like that. So you got your Green Day. You got the Offspring and Rise Against as your mainstream radio punk being Bang, Marry, Kill. What do you think?
Well, I mean, if we're banging, how many people are in these bands? I mean, there's
Green Day's probably got the most.
I know. That's what I'm thinking here.
Actually, I think I watched like a live stream of the Offspring. They got a lot of people too.
Yeah.
But
they do. Shit. Rise Against is still just those 4 guys. So.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Bang the hell out of that bald-headed guy.
They all have bald-headed guys.
Or I'm just saying the one in Rise Against.
Oh, there's a bald guy in
Rise
Rise
he's a
Against?
guitar player.
Oh, really?
I don't remember his name, but I love watching his rig rundowns. He's like he's the most excited about it every time. I think they have 2 rig rundowns. I think that's what kind of brought this up.
Yeah,
and he's always just so stoked to talk because like when you watch the rig rundowns where it's the actual people talking about it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
like there's a Thrice one recently. There was the brand new one was really cool, and then so is the Deer Hunter one because there's people that are actually like, I'm excited to nerd out about this shit because that's what I do. It's like I made my board. I don't want to show it off.
Yeah,
so that's the guy from
definitely
Rise Against, and he kind of was talking about like, last time we talked, I think they were doing a tour with Linkin Park, I believe it was. Yeah, so it was a while ago, and back then he was using all Evertune guitars, and then he was talked about like, how much they stay in tune and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, on this tour we're not, and he's like, why aren't you using Evertunes anymore? He's like, I don't know. Anyways, and I'm like, I kind of was like, I want to know because they're great. So because of that, I'm starting off with Kill Rise Against.
All right. Are we doing you or me first?
No, you can go first.
Okay. So I'm going to, I guess, bang Offspring. And I'm basing this basically on, their hits, I guess, or the music that I like from these bands. Mm-hmm. So if a band has more music that I like, I guess they're going to be better on the list. So I'm going to bang Offspring.
Mm-hmm.
Going to marry Green Day and kill Rise Against. And I bet that's the same.
That's exact same for me. This one is not as interesting, but I'm okay. So I was listening.
And we go over the reasons why.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was listening to Rise Against, and their songs are the same thing with all these bands. And Green Day, obviously, I'm a bigger fan of them. But I'm like, say Offspring and Rise Against, especially like newer stuff that you haven't listened to. You hear it on the radio. I'm like, sounds great. It just does sound good. There's a new song from the Strokes, and I'm not a huge Strokes fan.
That's not what I heard.
And I'm like, this song's great. The song is great.
Yeah,
it's good. I'm like, some bands are just that way where they just are cranking out the radio hits. And then even listening to more of the album from Rise Against, they're good. It's these, was it?
And you're
Suffer
thinking of
and the Witness or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
The biggest
Suffer
one.
and the Witness.
Yeah, it's good. I can actually just listen to that, and I'm like, this is fine. And the songs, maybe some of them don't stick out, but it's not a bad one, really in there. I guess I'm like, I just listened to it through. I'm like, I don't remember some of these songs, but I'm like, that tone is fucking good. Jesus.
Yeah,
you can't beat that. Just like Gibson into a Marshall, which is that's that Green Day thing too. And it's like, oh wait, no, that does work. There's a reason why that, and especially like the Fender P bass into an Ampeg. I'm like, oh yeah, no wait, that is a tone. Duh. With the Sans amp pushing it. I'm like, oh wait, no, that works for a fucking reason. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think maybe Offspring resonate more with me because of growing up with listening to them.
Definitely
Americana was a big album for me. Listening to the absolute shit out of that.
A lot of people rag on that record, but I grew up.
Yeah,
I don't know, listen to that record specifically.
And then X-Nay on the Ombre as well.
Yeah. I didn't even know that they made any other records, basically. That's how often I played that one. I didn't know they had anything else.
And then people say that Smash is really good, which it is. It's also a great sounding one and great songs on there as well. But I think Americana resonated with me more because it was like one of the first ones actually, like when I had a CD. That was one of the first CDs I had. Was that one?
I still remember like the album art, like the weird ass like the kids playing on like swing sets with ginormous bugs and stuff, like and just crazy. It looks like a PSA announcement or whatever, or like and then there's just crazy bugs, centipedes and like roaches and stuff.
Yeah. Now you remember?
It stands out.
Flipping through that, and that was like people talk about albums, and that was like a CD, and I'm like, okay, that definitely stuck out for me. And then even like coming into them later, which is now this is like still an old album, so but not as old as 1998 Americana. It was 2008 Rise and Fall, Rage and Grace. That's a really good album. I'm like, a friend told me about it. He's like the same guy who told me about like, oh, you should listen to the Flatliners. I didn't listen to him. And say, oh, you should listen to the Loved Ones. You'll like them. Didn't listen to them. I listened to those bands later, and he was like, dude, I told you to fucking listen to those years ago. I'm like, oh, well, I just discovered it.
Idiot.
Yeah. And he was telling me about, that album. He's like, I'm not a huge Offspring fan, but I got this one, and it's really good. And so I borrowed it from him, and I listened to it. And now I popped it in. Didn't do a damn thing. I clicked on Spotify. Didn't do a damn thing. That was a lie. That was 100% lie.
I rewound the tape and then I played it.
Did I tell you I love lying? It's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah. But yeah, that one is really good. So if you haven't listened to that, you should check it out from The Offspring. And, I mean, there's, and with Green Day, it's like, they're definitely one of my favorite bands. The last one that they just did, the Father of All Motherfuckers or whatever the hell it is, that one I could not get through a goddamn song. So if it was just based on that album, kill them.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Uno Dos Tre was kind of like some stinkers in there.
Yeah,
and just definitely a high skippability scale on that. Like they still have some good ones.
Yeah,
they rank high on the skippability.
I think I tried to listen to that one and I couldn't get through it.
Yeah. And then even just like, cause I listened to the radio at work and then there was like, played The Offspring. It was X-Nay on the Ombre. And that was like, I guess 97. And somebody who's like younger, she's gotta be her early 20s or something like that. She's like, and people are like, oh man, this is a really good song. And then the younger one, she's like, I only remember this song cause it was in Crazy Taxi.
All right.
And it's like, I don't know who this band is, but yeah, that's what always reminds me of the Dreamcast. And I'm like,
hell yeah.
All right. Where it's like, yeah.
We'll give it to you.
It's like, oh, that was like old. She was like, oh, that's like retro gaming, I'm like,
retro. Okay. All right.
Whoa. Take it easy.
That's where I draw the line.
It's not the NES or get the fuck. You're fired.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like still like these are hits that you can hear, and they still play them on the radio today. On like the alternative. Alternative.
Yeah.
We're so alternative.
We're so alternative.
But yeah, I mean that was kind of an easy one. I'd say if we did take Green Day out of the equation and throw Bad Religion in there.
Oh fuck.
So Bad Religion, The Offspring, and Rise Against. I'm killing Bad Religion.
Yeah, killing Bad Religion and banging Rise Against.
And we have the
Offspring.
We have the exact same answer. But that's a band I guess like is kind of radio friendly punk or whatever.
I don't get that. I don't get it. I do not get that band at all.
I'm not a huge fan of them either.
I don't know why people love them.
I don't know. I like that song "Sorrow," but I could be fine if I don't listen to that song.
Yeah, if that song never existed, you probably wouldn't care.
Yeah, I was never that big of a fan of them at all. It's something about it. The guy doesn't sound like he's trying to sing. And then people say like, "Oh, he's really, really smart. He's like a professor." I'm like, again, don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
we had a friends band who I guess they were, bands in San Diego. They did the Warped Tour or whatever, and they happened to have like one time where it's like the guitar player took like just a Polaroid or like kind of like a hand camera picture of them. He's like, photography by the guy from Bad Religion. I'm like, that's a shitty photo. He took a shitty photo of you and you're using that as a credit. I'm like, whatever you have to do for your band. But yeah, no, I mean, Bad Religion, that's the only song I can think of that I would like from them. And it's so, what about like Quickfire? What about Pennywise? Bang, Marry, Kill.
I mean, Broham's pretty sick, I guess.
I like
That's all I know.
Land of the Free, ?
Oh yeah,
That was the one that edgy. I remember from them. I never really listened to, and I couldn't pick them out of a lineup. Strung Out.
Yeah,
it's a band, one of those kind of era punk bands that I'm like, I couldn't tell you a damn song. Not a one.
No, it's true. Didn't we play with that? Some of the guys from that band.
Yeah,
the transplant, not the transplants, but the implants.
The implants, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we played with a small band called the Transplants.
I think it was like Blink-182 or something like that.
Super group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, then they're not really radio. I guess Rancid. They're definitely a Mary for me.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I was just like, because I've been at work listening to like these bands, and I'm like, man, some of these are so old. Because I got to think of like, they're playing shit like, Green Day from like 96, 94. I'm like, to me, I'm like, oh, that's what I grew up listening to. And I'm working with people who are young. And I'm like, there was something like a problem with our internet at my work. There was like AT&T was working in the area or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we made the joke. I'm like, man, it feels like we're on dial-up. And one of the coworkers, what do you mean? It's like, like dial-up internet. What is that? When it...
Jesus.
They're like, oh, shit. I'm old.
You don't know the struggles until you're a 12-year-old boy on dial-up internet.
And we're all like trying to be like, yeah, I know it would go through the phone lines. Like, what do you mean? Like, internet that's how it was connected, through the phone. It's like,
through the phone, you idiot. It's
like,
I already have internet on my phone.
Yeah, exactly. He's like thinking, I'm like,
stupid.
No, through the landline. He's like, oh. I'm like, how? I was gonna ask him, like, how old are you? I think he's like maybe 18 or 19. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. I'm like, I'm old. I'm 33. This is old. But I don't like hearing Green Day songs.
You ain't old.
I hear Green Day songs. I'm like, they probably have no idea. This is probably like AC/DC to them.
Yeah, classic rock, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I love classic rock. Anyways, let's get on out of here. Unless you had anything else to add.
No, we're good.
Yeah, no, I'm just...
Oh, no, none for me, sir.
No, please. I've talked enough.
Yeah.
I've said too much. I shouldn't even be up here right now.
I've said my piece. I've said my piece.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We have a Facebook group linked in the description, as well as an Instagram to follow, linked in the description as well, at the Tone Jerks. And then you can leave a review on Apple, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts. If you leave us a review, hopefully 5 stars, and write us something, we'll read it on the air. If they don't, no 4-letter words. They won't publish it.
Yeah.
But if you like the show and you want to help support it, if you really like it, you can help us.
Even if you kind of like it.
Yeah, even if you don't like us, hate support.
Please, support.
People, you can hate listen to a podcast,
really
or hate listen to something. Hate support.
Spread your disdain. Spread your disdain by giving us lots and lots of support.
Yeah,
through Patreon.
Through our Patreon. So patreon.com/thetonejerks. You can help support the show for as little as $1 a month, but if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. You get an RSS feed, and it goes to you put that into your favorite podcatcher, and you get all the new episodes and all the old ones too. There's over 200 bonus episodes over on the Patreon. They're separate episodes. So get a whole lot of jerking going on. It's
Yeah. And it's a private podcast. You can do a whole lot of jerking in private, too.
Yeah.
No shame, no gain.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I don't know what we're doing here. Let's get on out of here. But before we do, we just wanted to say a huge thank you and a huge shout out to, sizable acknowledgement to these people, the fine, beautiful people helping out the Tone Jerks here. Kyle, you got a list of names over there?
I got it right here. Baby. I have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove, Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Nicholas Payson, Nicholas Ogburn.
I like that we have video again.
Doug
you can see
King.
how you reading is very determined. The only time in the show when Kyle's serious, let me make sure I don't
My
fuck up
time to shine. Yeah, these guys pay good money to have their names read.
I won't let you fuck that up.
I'm giving back, actually.
Yeah.
This is my time.
This is my time.
They deserve this. All right.
When I do my best work.
Speaking of young kings, we have Doug King.
Know your
Not
worth.
even a stretch on that one. Know your worth, Doug King.
Yeah. All the young kings out there.
We have Doug Christ from 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and Just Surprise Me. And we have Joe from Like My Pedals, the Just Surprise Me podcast, and also Masters of the Cinematic Universe. And I probably could flip that to make it sound better, but have it revert, whatever. Who cares? Anyways, we have Will Lehue from the Just Surprise Me podcast as well. We have R.J. Smith from the Shelly Talks podcast, where he talks about his Shelly the Telly podcast. Yeah, of Shelly the Telly podcast fame. Actually, not podcast. It's a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Is he doing podcasts on that?
I don't think he does it. He's not doing it.
No, on this. No. I just want to make sure I'm not, speaking ill.
He should start a podcast where he only talks about the guitar for an hour every week.
Yeah.
It's see if you can do it.
How long before he just drops off? we give him shit every week.
He's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, check out his YouTube channel.
Yeah, YouTube channel. I think he's getting closer to 500 subscribers, so go subscribe to him.
Yeah, check it out.
Get him to 500.
Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray. Oh wait, shit. We have Howie Feltersnatch, Jason Fuzzmonger, Steve Mike from Hardly Human, Steve Rao.
The other ones that he had was Lemmy Filler Guts.
Oh yeah, dude.
Now those are bad.
I send these names like that back and forth. Between my brother and I, just ones I think of.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll throw some in here. I'll just read some. We got a new one. It's
yeah, that'd be good.
No, whatever. Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Howie Feltersnatch, Jason Fuzzmonger. Oh, I already read all these. Damn.
See that what happens? You need a bookmark.
God damn. I need some whiteout on this thing on my screen.
Does it fuck up your computer?
It's a monitor, you idiot. Kevin E. Quits from E. Quits Guitars.
You had to get that jab in.
Shut up, son of a bitch. Co Schneider from the Flippin' Flippers podcast. Soon to be of another state. Alvaro Viramontes. Did he move yet?
I think he's moving soon.
God, we need to update, Brian. You need to update us every week. Make sure he makes it
where
to
in the
his
world
destination
is,
safe.
Where in the world
safe
is Co Schneider?
Where in the world? Yeah.
Did you ever watch Carmen Sandiego?
Was that even a show?
It was a show, and it was also a game, and I didn't play.
Yeah, it was.
The game was way too complicated for me.
Well, wasn't it like a game show?
I don't know. It was a computer game, and I'm like, I want to play Oregon Trail so I can just get to the shooting part, get too much meat, and then kill everybody.
Blast through all your bullets.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You would load up the wagon with bullets, and then you're like, I'm going to get the food, because I'm just going to shoot ox, and just I'm going to kill the thing.
Yeah, and then it's like, you can only carry 500 pounds of meat.
It says, oh yeah, are you going to try and go across the stream? Well, duh. Well, you killed half your party, and you killed your oxen or whatever. I'm like,
yeah.
The show must go on. That's showbiz, baby. I never got far in that game, but I'm not playing Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to learn.
I know how those linked. Yeah. Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars. Mel Chibson of Chibson Guitars. Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop. Sean Fahey. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig. Hugh G. Rection. And Izzy Inyet. That's pretty good. Zach Hale.
That one was pretty good.
Eric Merrow from Elm Effects. Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast. Tim Noack from Bardic Audio Devices. Jonathan Jeruzik from 12th Hour Devices. Tyler Rhines from Tyler KC Riffs. You're not even stopping me.
No, it looks
I'm
like
a
you're
train off
super
the rails.
super concentrated. It's like you're talking in.
I'm
like
not actually, because I have my phone in my hand actually too. So
it's like I'm scrolling through IG right now.
no, I was gonna look up some of those rad names I was giving my brother too, but whatever. We can throw those in the Patreon maybe. Some are not.
Hey, who wants to join the Patreon? I'm gonna read text messages from me and my brother.
It's fucking sick, bro. We have Matthew Fenslaw. Oh man, Matthew Fenslaw. We have Michael McVeigh and Matthew Davis.
All right,
and that's it. That's the end. I won't read them. You won't know about those things. All right, next week.
All right, we'll see you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.